CTV News at 6 with Megan Furman.
Good evening. A sad and somber day in Guelph as the community and thousands of police officers paid their respects to Constable Jennifer Kovach. The 26-year-old died when her cruiser crashed into a transit bus last week. CTV's Frank Lynn starts our coverage with details of today's public funeral. Frank.
Megan, Jennifer Kovach fulfilled her dream when she became a police officer in her hometown just 4 years ago. Today, mixed with the sadness and grief, were some wonderful memories her family and friends will have forever. Thousands of police officers from across the province and the country and New York State led the funeral procession through downtown Guelph to the Sleeman Center.
I will never forget that dreaded knock on the door that I heard this past Thursday morning.
Gloria Kovach lost her daughter last Thursday morning in the collision. She says Guelph lost a devoted citizen and police officer.
Jennifer just didn't just go to work. She lived her dream. She loved this community and the people in it, and whenever she could, she'd take the time to just check up on somebody to make sure they were okay.
Kovach talked about the long list of activities and interests her daughter pursued, such as learning sign language and volunteering at a women's shelter and the Humane Society.
She packed more into her short life than most people do in a lifetime.
And Gloria Kovach said the 26-year-old continued to give in death as she did in life.
Jennifer was very passionate about organ donation. Today, 2 people can now see because of Jennifer's gift. And there have been several other bone and skin transplants occurring this week.
Kovach talked about the family's gratitude for the help their daughter got at the crash site and later at Guelph General Hospital.
I cannot thank you enough for doing all that you could to try to save my baby's life. I am forever indebted to you.
And praise from members of her other family, the Guelph Police Service, and her platoon colleagues.
Jen was the definition of serve and protect. Her unselfish resolve to make a difference was in the purest form. It's the ambition we all strive for.
Her friends are grateful for the guidance Jennifer Kovach gave them.
Jen always had a way of making people around her feel good. She always provided a positive spin on life's challenges and could provide an alternative way to look at situations.
They talked about her being always ready and willing to help.
Jen was the best friend that everyone had. She would help anyone with absolutely anything she could. To me, Jen was not only my best friend, she was family. I will forever live, love, laugh in her memory and continue to live life loud.
The Kovach family again thanked the community for its support.
Thank each and every one of you people that are gathered here today. I just so much appreciate all the help and support. It's just overwhelming.
Guelph police are still trying to determine what caused Constable Kovach to lose control of the cruiser. There is what's called a hat ceremony following a police funeral when the officer's hat is handed to the family members as a sign of respect. That took place in private today at the Kovach's request. Megan.
Thanks very much, Frank. Well, before the funeral began this morning, many people braved the cold to watch Constable Jennifer Kovach's hearse move through downtown Guelph. CTV's Abigail Beeman covered that procession for us today, and Abigail, a lot of respect on the street out there.
Absolutely, Megan. Everyone we spoke to talked about how much they appreciate Constable Jennifer Kovach's devotion and the hard work of everyone who wears a uniform. It started with a flag raising, 20 feet tall, hoisted by firefighters. The first people lined the procession route before 9 a.m. They say Constable Jennifer Kovach helped so many.
She honored Guelph for us, her mother and her father. So that's why we're all here this morning.
Constable Kovach helped Janice Furlano a few times.
She discussed what happened to me, and she just told me to be brave and keep my head up and just to ignore it.
An hour later, the procession begins. Horses, drums, bagpipes, and a sea of uniforms fill Windham and Woolwich streets, bordered by onlookers.
We're out here to show support for Constable Kovach's family and her colleagues and for the community.
It's part of our community.
The men and women in uniform come from all over, and many have marched like this before. But for the people of Guelph who line the streets, some have lived here for decades and say, thank goodness, this is their first time watching something like this.
We are as sorrowful as anybody else in the city of this sad passing, tragic passing.
Emotional, very emotional, yes I am.
And then a pause to reflect in silence. As if they were cued, pure white snowflakes fill the space and moment, all leading up to the most heart-heavy moment of all, Jennifer Kovach's casket heading toward the place for final farewells. A very nice touch today. Many downtown Guelph businesses had signs in the window or on the street to honor Jennifer Kovach. Megan.
Thanks, Abigail. Well, CTV's Nicole Lampa is up next. She spent the morning talking to several of those people in uniform. Nicole, a tough day for many of them.
That's right, Megan. Police officers risk their lives every day as part of their job, which is why thousands of them from across the country, even a few from New York State, felt compelled to be in Guelph today.
Before the drums, before the processional march,
good to see you.
Officers like Constable McQuillan from York Region catch up with old pals before the formality of saying goodbye to a fallen Guelph officer, something many of these men and women have experienced before.
We're very aware of what's happening here today. We can definitely empathize.
Unfortunately, it is an experience we've had in the Toronto Police Service, and I think it helps us understand what the Guelph Police Service is going through today.
Crests from near and far indicate where they have traveled from. About 5,000 to 6,000 men and women in uniform walked along Guelph streets, including officers from Vancouver, Orangeville, and West Grey.
Anytime we lose one of our brothers or sisters, it's important for us to show our support.
And we're a big brotherhood and sisterhood, and it's our honor to come here and show our respects for the Kovach family and for the Guelph Police Department.
Everybody comes together at times like this to show the family of the fallen member that all of emergency services really cares about their loss.
Most Guelph police officers who are attending the funeral service are off duty, which is why the OPP, Toronto Police, and Waterloo Regional Police have been brought in to help patrol the city's streets.
Allowing Guelph Police a final salute and farewell to a colleague and friend.
We support each other regardless of what crest or uniform we may wear. It is truly a family.
Now, on top of the 5,000 to 6,000 officers in attendance, more than 100 officers from the OPP, Toronto, and Waterloo region were on duty to help out. Megan?
Thanks, Nicole. Well, everyone out on the procession route was certainly bundled up today, Lindsay. The spots of sunshine we saw did not warm things up out there.